Just pause for, okay, action.
So she goes storming up the street and leaving the bar unattended.
No, the bar wasn't open. I said, I'm not
the bar
opening
was
the bar.
unattended to. Nobody was going to open it. So she went up the street, and I said, "Well, I guess that's it." I made up a big sign and posted.
No, don't. You got. That's the punchline.
Okay, so I made up
I go up the street.
I made a big sign up and put it in the door.
Okay.
Okay.
So I go walking up the street.
She went up the street.
And I got new shoes on, which was stupid, and I got this big blister halfway up.
Did you hear her actually say she did a stupid thing?
Yes, I did.
Did you get that on?
And I'm crying. I'm crying because I'm so mad because he won't listen to me and he doesn't understand. And now I got this blister on my foot, and my hair was a mess, and I felt like crap. And I walk and I'm standing there rubbing my foot, and I look up and here's this sign. It says Lanny's Hair Salon. So
walk-ins welcome.
Yeah. No, it didn't say that. Okay. So I walk up the steps, and I walk up to this little booth thing, and this woman comes over, girl comes over, whatever, and she says, "Can I help you?" And my foot's still hurting, and I'm still upset, and I'm crying, and I'm trying not to cry, and I said, Do you take walk-ins? And I start bawling right there on the counter. And she's just like, oh my God. She said, no, we don't take walk-ins, but please take a seat here and let me get you a glass of wine. They had wine there.
Wine?
Yeah, wine. And so a lot of the beauty shops, they'll give you a glass of wine while you're getting your hair done. So I'm sitting down, and she brings me Kleenex, and she brings me this glass of wine. And she sits down and she says, honey, what is the problem? I said, oh, I just had the biggest fight with my husband. I said, I own the business around the corner. I said, I walked out, and I said, now I'm embarrassed.
I own the business. She didn't say, we own the business.
And I said, I'm supposed to open up at 10 o'clock. And I said, look at me, I'm a mess. I don't have time to get my hair done and everything. And I said, so do you take walk-ins? She says, no, we don't. But you know what? I will call the girl in that's off today, and she'll do your hair. So she calls this girl. She says, just drink your wine and relax here. You'll be fine. She gives me these Kleenex. So she calls the girl that's got the day off to come in to do my hair. Then she calls her husband and explains this whole thing. I have this woman here. She's distraught. She's beside herself. I think she's on the verge of a breakdown. I don't know why. But anyway, she's got this blister on her foot, and she walked here from down around the corner. And Gil, could you please come to the shop and give her a ride home? And he did. He comes and they did my hair, and I felt like $1 million. And he brings me home, and I look at the front door of the bar, and I'm thinking, now he's there. He had to clean the bar, open the bar. He knows what I go through every day. So he's going to be so grateful when I walk in. And I look at the front door, and there's this big sign.
You can see all the way from the street.
From the street. Bar closed, Ruth quit. And you know what? These two girls.
And how did you feel about that, Ruth?
I was hopping hot. I ripped that sign down. I ran around to the back, opened that door, and I cleaned that bar and worked that bar. And that was the last time I threw a fit.
No, that wasn't the last time.
Tell us about another time, Dad. Tell us about another time.
Let me think of another one.
But you know what? I went to that beauty shop faithfully, and those two girls became really good friends.
We even went to Myrtle Beach.
We even went on a
to
trip
one of their
with
weddings.
You probably owe them money.
No, but I still, when I go to Erie, the one girl that came in, she has her own little business out of her house. I always go see her. She always does my hair. Mm. You know, it just that's the way I am. You know,
Mike, we went to Myrtle Beach in this Gil's truck. Slept, remember on the way back? Oh, it was brutal. Oh my God, we ended up
because we only had a weekend to go for a wedding, and they said we have this condo, and it has a loft. that
Well,
we had to rent.
They had
So
the
they
weekend,
said-
Ruth,
they
but
said-
we had longer, I mean, we had the rest of our lives.
Yeah, but they
no?
couldn't.
No.
They couldn't get away longer than a weekend. They said, but we had to rent this place to stay, and it has a loft. And we'd love it if you guys went with us, because we're gonna drive straight through and we need people to help drive. So I came home and I'm like, Tom, they want us to go to Myrtle Beach with them. And he's like, I don't even know these. I said, oh, and she loved champagne. Andre champagne, she drank it by the bottles, constantly. She had all the champagne that they took down. All while we drove down, she was drinking champagne, and we were drinking champagne all the way down, and we got down there, we were exhausted because we drove all the way through without a stop. You know, we didn't stay over in a motel. We just stopped to go to the bathroom, get something to eat.
Like a 12-hour drive, 10, 12-hour drive.
It was brutal. And to boot, we were drinking all this champagne. We were a mess by the time we got there. Oh, the wedding was. Yeah.
Wedding was good.
The wedding was a nice wedding. Yeah, and we were all, you know, like, the next day was the wedding. Well, we all slept in, and we wanted to get some sun, so we'd be tan for our dresses and everything. So we sat out in the sun and we were drinking champagne. And we lost track of time, and we were on our way to the wedding, and I'm like, oh no. I said, I had these sandal, like, strappy shoes on. I said, I didn't get a chance to paint my toenails. And she's like, here, I have my polish with me. And I said, yeah, but I mean, I don't have enough time to paint my toes and dry them and everything. She said, here, put your shoes on and just paint what shows. So that's what I did. I just painted the part of my toes that showed. We had more fun. I mean, it was just a nutty trip. And with people that we just barely knew. I mean, I knew them from the hair salon, but that's it. But I mean, we went to this wedding. It was wonderful. Did we ever give them a present?
I think we gave him money.
We gave him money.
Yeah. Is Gil still alive, or did he pass away? What
I don't know. I think he's still alive.
Is he? But they don't have the cabinet shop anymore. Something happened.